Sometimes hooping crooked is actually fun when you use the design positioning. Sometimes when you hoop, you don't always have the luxury of getting everything in there straight. Maybe it's part of a jacket and the buttons are over here so you can get away from them or get away from the collar or thicker parts. So I've gone ahead and drawn my line a little sideways here. That's just what we're going to do. And I'm going to put my name right on this line. I'm going to show you how you get this set up. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and put the hoop on the machine. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get my letters. And let's go ahead. I'm going to use the Claritin 30. And I'll put my name in. I'll put in uppercase and lowercase. Love this option. So we have the 120 by 120 hoop selected, and just go ahead and select Go. Once you're on this side of the screen, now we're going to need to be looking over here and over here as I talk. So the design positioning is going to be this little flower with the 4 directional arrows. As you get here, there's a couple things you can use the screen for. Number one, if you just want to trace around the design, see where each of the corners are, you can do that. You can also find where the center of the design is. So right now, if I wanted to center that design, I could, if I had my items lined up correctly, I could move my design up or down on the screen. Okay, really doesn't matter where I start, because what we're going to work with are the 4 steps that are right here at the bottom side. Number one, now here's how I always keep in mind how this is going to work, is number 1 and 3. Notice there's a picture of the flower. That means you are looking at the design on the screen. And then steps 2 and 4, we're looking at the hoop. So I'm going to kind of, sometimes I want your eyes over here, and then sometimes I want your eyes over here, depending on what we're doing. Now step 1, and at the very top of the screen, will say, move the red cursor to set a locked point. Okay, so what we want to do is I want to position my name along the line that's on the fabric. Here's the red cursor, so I can just go ahead and slide that over. And I could put that down here at the corner, but not all letters have that little part that comes down. So I'm going to actually bring that close to the lower part of the S. Now, again, I can't really see if I'm on where I want to be, so I'm going to use the zoom functions with the zoom box. So I can drag a small little box around there and see, did I really get that little point where it needs to be? And I can touch and drag it. And I can also use the little arrow up and down on the screen here and get it exactly where I want. I kind of want it on the lowest part of the letters there. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back out and zoom to all so I can see the whole name there. Now, step 1 is done. Step 2, and remember, step 1 we were looking at the screen this whole time. Step 2, now we're going to look at the hoop. Step 2 says, move the gray locked point to the chosen position on the fabric and check needle on the fabric. So we're going to tip the hand wheel towards us and sink the needle in and see if we've actually come closest to the line. So right now my line's way back here. So I can touch the screen and just slide it and get in the general vicinity of where I need to go. Once I'm there, I can use the little small positioning, turning my hand wheel down. I can see I'm pretty much there. Move that a little bit more. Okay, I am on the line right now. So next, because my line is not straight, we need to spin the design or spin the name so the rest of the name keeps going across the side there. So step 3 is going to say, move the red cursor to set a point to rotate. Now I'm going to just slide this little window aside, kind of collapse it down. Here's my new one. So if I just touch over here, so I can touch anywhere on the screen, but I really want to find kind of one of those letters there. Once again, I'm going to zoom in, zoom to box, drag a little box around that area, and see how I'm not really where I want to be, so I can just bring that down a little bit closer. Now I really know I'm going to be spot on here. I'm going to zoom back out, zoom to all. Great. So what we've done is, do you notice that the first one turned into a little kind of crosshair? Because step 4, remember step 3, we're over here on the screen. Step 4, we're going to be looking at the hoop. And now this is a rotation spot. That is locked. So now when I touch and drag my point, I am spinning my design into position. So the needle is this little plus right here. So I'm going to turn my hand wheel down. I'm close but not there. We'll just give it, oh, this is perfect. I love this. This message that comes up says raise the needle. So when I tip my needle down, I didn't raise it very far, just a little bit above the fabric. And the machine will asks you, if you are a smart person, you will not leave that needle down in the fabric and then move the hoop any further. And they give you that option to say, yes, I'm going to allow myself to leave the needle lowered. And you're like kind of confirming that you're not going to do something silly and leave your needle in the fabric. So it's kind of nice because then it's a little closer for viewing. And then we can twist that in. Now, of course, when you're here with these arrows, notice we're in rotation, so only the right and left needle or arrows are highlighted. The top and bottom are grayed out because we're spinning here. So whichever way you want to go, and I can see, woo, I am on the line. So now if I want to go ahead and zoom out, I'm going to zoom, let me just zoom to hoop, and you can kind of see where I am. When the position of the letters, you can find that you are right where you need to be. Now if I want to go ahead and put my center right back here, I'm going to notice that I'm not technically on the center line. So I can go ahead and move that, slide that over if I want to, and I still have the same angle that I'm looking for. So I'm going to just go ahead and stitch, and you'll see that when we start, everything will be on the line where we need it to be. So we'll just go ahead and we'll just stitch this out real quick. So now that our design is finished, you can see how perfect we were on the line that we drew because of the positioning mark we used to put on this line and also the one that we put over here. It is awesome to not have to actually hoop straight. Just go ahead and get it in the general vicinity while you're doing it. Now, just to kind of give you an idea, we also have, like let's say we wanted to add a little design to this heart. We're going to do one more thing with this. So we're going to come in and we're going to take off our name here. So just touch it, delete it. So if we come in and do a similar concept, we're going to take this little, how about this little guy here? And we'll tell it which hoop we're using because we have it in the 360 by 200 hoop. And go ahead and tell it go. So if we wanted to do a similar thing, I want to line up this point of the flower, or the heart. What you have is, let's say you take a design or you take something out of the hoop and you're going, gosh, I wish I had something else on that. Go ahead and put it back in the hoop. It doesn't matter where it is. You can use the design positioning to reposition something and then connect to it. So we're going to go ahead and do the design positioning just one more time to really kind of get you understanding the full concept of what we have. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom to box, drag a little box around here. I kind of was playing around with this, and so what I wanted to do was actually take this first item. So the first one is to move the red cursor to a place you want to mark it. And I want to go ahead and kind of find down in, I'm going to do a little closer here because I really need to see like the little V of this area. So I'm going to bring it right about there, a little over to the side. Good, I'm going to mark that. Step 2, on the hoop, I want that to be moved down to right here. So I'm going to go ahead and now just, I'm going to zoom out, zoom to hoop, or even just zoom all because then I can see the design. So then I'm going to go ahead, but I'm not really watching over here, I'm watching over here. So now we're moving the design and I'm moving the needle to come down to the bottom stitch of the already stitched heart. Tip that needle down, I'm a little low just by a stitch or two, so I'm going to come up just a hair. There we go. Good. And now, again, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you can kind of see. I don't really want the design to be coming up and over my already stitched area. Now I actually want to rotate it. So I'm going to select design, position, or step number 3. Here's that red box. I actually want to rotate it about right where that other one was. And it doesn't have to be too exact because all I'm going to do is kind of flip it. And so step 4, now we're going to pivot on that area until I kind of like what I see. So I'm going to kind of make that design kind of come out to this side, but I really have a position area where I want that to stitch. I'm going to just go ahead and stitch this. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. The design has a place where it's going to start, and now we're ready to go. And so we created our very own design. We put 2 designs together. The heart was first, and then we just kind of twisted the new design into position and kind of hooked them together. So once again, we kind of featured that like if you had already taken something out of the hoop, whether you did it accidentally or on purpose, but you can always come back in and reset it and align designs back up. Practice using the design position. It's a fabulous tool. I am fearless in hooping now because I know if I just put it in there, I can go ahead and get anything that I want realigned to something else all the time perfectly.